Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, David? I see you first. What's up, Sinful, Divert, Terry, P-Poles, E, Pike, Candace, King Carnage, Green Candlestick, J-Lab. What's up, Mel? What's up, Nerdy? What's up, Chuck? As you guys can see, I've already taken the liberty of making a list. This is probably going to be a new thing you'll see, is me already having a list made. And this is for a whole nother reason, but this is kind of how I used to make my watch list. But let's go over what is important. So first off today for SPY, bigger time frames, let's cover that first. Bigger time frames. I already showed you this a few times now. But essentially, we were just kind of drawing a lead test here. We didn't get a break of anything, so it's not like we need to grab this. I'm just kind of drawing this for secondary reference, if anything. But overall, we had this high here made at about 412. Pushed all the way down to about 405.60s. Bounced off there. We've been kind of defending there since then. And now we're kind of looking to see, can we break past 408.70s, 410 basically. And essentially, if we can break 410, we can reach 412. So that's what we're trying to aim for today. If we can break 412, we can reach 412.50, 413, 414, 415. That's kind of an area. It's really 414, 415. And then you have 417.50, 420, and then from there on it keeps going. A rejection of 409.75 or 408.70s, this golden pocket down to control point area, a rejection of this area can bring another retest of 1, the halfway point of this candle, and 2, 406.70, kind of 405.68 area, this kind of general vicinity here. So if we ever do break out of this area, look to retest halfway point of this candle in this area here. If we end up breaking past 410, look to retest 410, maybe even the higher levels up that we have. So it's essentially what you're going for from the bigger time frame. Smaller time frame, and if you want to see that on the smaller time frame, you can. You can see we've came down here, hit 406.70, built our base there. Basically 2 days in a row we built there, if you look, or 3 days actually. Kind of had like a little inverse head and shoulder there, had a base build there, the buy the dip strategy I tell you all about. We had a second one here with a low to higher low. So a lot of reversals came from that 406.70. So we'll see. But if they end up holding this area here, though, there's a very good chance we get more upside. If they end up rejecting this area and breaking this area, there's a good chance we get a lot more selling. So just kind of pay attention to that area there. But overall, in the smaller time frames, where it's a little bit more exact, let me make sure my time axis, and there it is, it's screwed. There we go. Today, we're looking above, basically we're looking above 410.85. But I'm also, which is the pre-market high, by the way. But I'm also placing the 411.50 as a break above, just because it's the next bigger time frame level, and it's right there, so why not? A good break below level is the pre-market low. It would have been the previous day close, but we just literally broke that. So I was kind of aiming for this level here more than anything, because it kind of covered every bit of extension of extended hours, but also it kind of held up all the pre-market. So that would have been nice, but they already broke that. So we're going off pre-market low, which is just a hair under previous day close. So that's our main break below. First target kind of sucks, but 409 is a level there, so don't ignore 409 flat. But you have 408.50. You have top of this supply here, which is actually demand now. And then you have previous day lows. So there's a lot to look out for both sides, just being patient enough to watch it. And oh, my bad. Is it only in subscriber chat today? Why is that? Oh, here we go. We'll do this. Anyone. Try to type someone who's not a member. I wasn't trying to do a member only stream, so that's on me. There you go, Deep. There's Deep. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, my bad. I must have left it on the subscriber only text chat or whatever setting. That's on me. Morning Ace, good morning Afghani, morning Brady, JB, what's up Michael? Just for my usual plugs, feel free to join the Discord. There's a link in my bio of this YouTube channel. You can join there for free. You can type, you can talk, you can discuss your gains, your losses, you can post charts, all the good stuff. And there's other stuff if you do sign up, but you don't have to. But feel free to join in there and engage as much as you possibly can. There's a ton of awesome people in there, members, leaders, different people in there. So check that out. There's also a link in the community tab as well as in the bio of my channel for a course that's staying at 250, and there is a lot of awesome content there that we've all covered a few times in here. I'd also check out the playlist of my channel and some of the most recent videos of this YouTube channel. There's a lot of content for you guys, regardless if you're here to be, you know, a paid member or not. There's tons of free information as well, so feel free to look around. But glad to have you all. Feel free to drop a like on the stream. Highly appreciate each and every one of you. Glad to have you all. A little over 90 people, and we still have 15 minutes before the open. In about 15 minutes, I'll go join that voice chat, and then there'll be everybody in there. We shall see, though. This username posted an awesome little spy update there on the 4-hour. But give me a thumbs up or a yeah or a yes or something to confirm that you do understand what we're looking out for on the bigger and smaller time frame of SPY. If you didn't catch that, be sure to go back in the stream. Just a couple minutes. I mean, I was literally just talking about it. But we also have NVIDIA on the list. We have AMD, which we're looking above 96.65, 97.15, or below previous day close. NVIDIA, first thing on the list. Pretty much looking above 277.80s or below 275.15, which conveniently lines up to be in from the bigger time frame levels. I didn't have to touch anything to get those levels. Almost the same for Tesla. I really just added the previous day close. Everything else was here, though. For upside, downside, and target. So keep your eyes on. I like those three the most, but honestly, every pre-market looks pretty good. Like Apple. Okay, it's doing that thing again. Apple 162.75. You have a really good base build already built here at 161.80, so you might be getting your pop at open. Previous day closes right there in that vicinity as well. Previous day open down here. So if you want a clean break below, might want to wait for yesterday's open at 161.39, or you can look above pre-market high at 162.75. That doesn't look bad though. Microsoft was a little uglier, but they are at a bigger time frame level, so 283.30s or above previous day lows. The meat of it, I would look above that, which that's still kind of risky because you're under so much. Amazon also had a lower pre-market move. I'd be looking to see if they can get back above yesterday's open, because they're kind of basing right there around it. If they break yesterday's high or low, which this could be a good first target for aggressive entry here, or you could just wait for the break of that previous day low. We already talked about Tesla. Google, I'd look above pre-market high. You got pre-market lows, a pretty good break below there. You got previous day low right here, and meet a previous day open, and then the meet a previous day high is way up here. So you got a bunch of levels everywhere around that Google chart. I really just use Google to kind of track the comm sector. I really don't look to trade Google. Good morning, everybody who just said good morning. Glad to have you all. Be sure to drop a like on the stream. Glad to have each and every one of you. But I kind of just use it to track the comm sector because it's a king. It's a king of C. XLC, which actually, if I remember correctly, we have to update our watch list. Yeah, XLC is actually back above XLI. We're back to almost normal again. So let's edit that. Oh, wait, whoops. No, I need to do this. Edit. Crap, which watch list is this? Z sector rotation. And we need to put C above I. And then save. And now we have C above I, and all of our weights are ranked. So, tech, the heaviest by far. Healthcare, discretionary, financials, comms. You should be able to go through these and say Apple, Microsoft, UNH, J&J, especially UNH. It's really the only one you need to remember. You can cheat though, and you could just put ABBV, J&J, UNH on your list. But the banks, you know, you got JPM, you got Berk B, you got the kings in there. And then you have comms. This is your Google, Meta. I was trying to think of the third one, but I pretty much just go off Google, Meta, Netflix. There is another one outside of Netflix that's pretty important. But for the majority though, you should be able to just remember a few stocks from each one, and this will essentially help you remember which XL you're looking at. Therefore, you're not second guessing yourself, you know. So try to go through those as much as you can, and just try to remember them as best as you can. Something I do too, as you can see, is I have tech on my list, then I have discretionary, then I have comms, then I have banks, then I have energy, then I have healthcare. Then I just start to add whatever the hell I want. It kind of just goes off from there. But essentially, that's pretty much all you're going off of, and I think that's what helps me remember them the most. So if that helps y'all, awesome. But just try to write down a couple top weights from each one. Try to write like the top 2, top 3, top 4, top 5. But yeah, really, really awesome method to try and remember those the best you can. Plus, it's super helpful. I mean, it's sectors. Who doesn't want to be aware? And you can see this by clicking on the Analyze tab if you're on TOS. If you're on something else, I'm not sure exactly how you get to it. I'm sure there's a way. But it's just super helpful to know this. Activision and Disney are also high in XLC. Good job breaking levels. Good morning, Carrie. Austin Conley, are you new to the channel? Say you mark a level in a higher time frame. And when you go to lower time frame, like the 2-minute, 5-minute level, because that level is 100% relevant. You definitely must be new to the channel. I'm glad to have you here. But yes, it is very relevant. That's exactly how we chart and trade in here, actually. Most of my levels come from the daily time frame. There's very minimal levels we add from the smaller time frame, like our previous day levels, some of our pre-market levels. That's really about it. And here, at least, that's just kind of a strategy a lot of us grow off of. I would definitely check out workshop number 11, Austin Conley. You definitely seem like a prime candidate for that video. What's up, Tobias? Yeah, sorry, it was only that one day. To my poor friends, we back. What's up, man? How you doing? So far, I've gone through SPY, bigger and smaller time frames. I've covered just a couple different ideas for up and down levels on both sides, and then I went through Apple all the way to Netflix on the list that's on the top left of the screen. Talked about the sectors for a second. Talked about the watch list for a second. And now we're just chilling, waiting for the market to open. In a few minutes, I will go join the voice chat and see who's all in there. For now, we're just kind of chilling. Making sure there's no other questions before the market opens. Today has the potential of being a really, really good day, but essentially we could end up having a day that's very similar to the last 2-3 days, so we'll see. If you're in the Discord, I would check out BB Bot channel, my channel, and Top Watch's channel. There's bunch of new posts in the 3 channels. Doing okay. Last negotiations went so well, I was surprised. They will let me know the results soon. Hopefully I will get the job. Man, you got this. I told you your next one was going to be better, because your first one, you tried to get that little bit of like, okay, this is what I need to expect. And then your second time is going to be way better than your first time. You got this, dude. Morning, Dylan. Can you please check Amazon? We actually have covered Amazon. Like I said, if you're just now joining, feel free to go back to the beginning of the stream and go through the bigger time frame TA on SPY and smaller time frame, as well as the list, as well as all the stocks that are on this watch list up here. We went through all of them as well. Them and Microsoft have kind of a lower open, but at least Microsoft's built some base here. Amazon literally just has kind of like a, I don't know, it's kind of like a H pattern formed here, and then it just kept falling. And again, I know it's pre-market, so none of those patterns matter, but still. And look at Amazon's counterpart. You know, Amazon and Tesla literally belong to the same sector. They're the king and queen of the XLY sector, discretionary. And you can see they're nothing like each other in the pre-market. One of them's way down testing yesterday's open, kind of barely above the higher low of where they jumped up from. While you have Tesla nowhere near that higher low, nor its previous day open. It's well above its previous day high and close. It's actually building a higher low in the pre-market to try and move higher. So that's going to be a very interesting discrepancy. Another very interesting one. Who can tell me which other two stocks of the same sector, a king and queen of a different sector, are doing not the exact same thing, but pretty close to that? Who knows? Who's been paying attention? What are the two stocks in a same sector that are doing this exact thing to a certain extent? It's not the exact same thing. I think today is going to be choppier up. We ain't selling a day before CPI. Did you see my Discord post? I think at the blow off time. Yeah, we'll have to see. I think I did read your post. I'm just not thinking of the right one. But I think I did read your post. It was like yesterday, I think, or the day before. But I did read it, because I think I read it in here. I've been around. I don't think relevant was the right word choice I used. Could have worded. Yeah, definitely check it out, Austin. I think you'll enjoy it. Yes, Boo Rock and Candace. Yes, Boo Rock and Candace are paying attention. Everybody give Boo Rock and Candace a round of applause. Yes, Apple and Microsoft are two that are doing this. Even though Apple's not down in the dirt, they are still holding very well and even have pretty good base in pre-market. You go over to Microsoft and it's like, what? These are nothing alike. These are nothing alike. They have similar drops, yes, at similar times, but they are not anywhere close to the same amount. So yes, so what do we need to essentially keep our eyes on then from the open? Let's say for 20, 30 minutes, what's something that can definitely help us out once given more information? Watching the relationship between Apple and Microsoft, the kings of tech, right? Watching the relationship between Amazon and Tesla, the kings of discretionary, right? Actually, comms are actually all looking pretty same. Google and Meta look pretty close to the same. Just a little bit different. I think it goes down a little bit more. And then you have Netflix through the roof. So comms are slightly green from open. So just think about that. And this is all we cover in here. That's all we've been going over the past couple days, and it's been super helpful. It's been super easy to tell when is SPY possibly moving higher, when is it possibly moving lower. And it's been a huge thing just watching the sectors, just seeing what are the sectors telling us. If I have Apple in the dirt, Microsoft in the dirt, Amazon in the dirt, Tesla in the dirt, what is SPY most likely doing? Not down in the dirt, but it most likely has a pretty good amount of red unless there is a counterpart green sector. So like if healthcare is flying, energy is flying, staples are flying, base is flying, utilities are flying, which we have actually seen this. I think we saw this a couple days ago, and you had tech, comms, and discretionary weak at the open, and then those caught up. Later in the day, those caught up. But for the most part, it was that big relationship between other sectors, other combining sectors, that actually kept SPY not super red, just kind of mild red or trying to fight for a little bit of green. Nothing crazy yet, until you had that turnaround in tech, and then you got that bigger green on really the last 3 days. Thursday, Monday, and then, last 3 days. No, I was right. This day, and then the day that was pretty much the same exact thing as this, and the day before this, which was pretty much like a little inverse head and shoulder on intraday. Alright, let's go join that voice chat. I like to keep part of yesterday's information open for you guys because it kind of helps me too. Just to kind of, I don't know, like keeps like a relative eye on like where are we kind of thing. UNH was upgraded. Awesome. And there's over 150 people in here. Be sure to drop a like on the stream, guys. Let's get to 150 likes today. I gotta get my headset on. Oh dear, this music's loud. All right, market's open. Slight red at the open, nothing crazy.
Yo, good morning. Stream. Hurry up and wait. No reason to rush. Got a nice setup today. Josh went over in pre-market.
Getting some more selling it open. They're breaking 410. We'll see if they bring this all the way down to the pre-market low at 409.36. Yep, spot just kind of chilling under 410 still. Nothing crazy yet. I see tech, discretionary both in the red. Remember, these are the two sectors we talked about just before the open. Considering Amazon and Tesla have a huge difference today. You can see Amazon down almost 2% at one point. Tesla up above 1.33%. Apple barely down. You have Microsoft down way more than that. A little over 1.5%. Almost 1.75%. So huge difference between the king and queen of tech and the king and queen of discretionary. I would definitely keep an eye on those two sectors this morning just to see what the heck's about to happen. Netflix seems to be moving higher. Meta's still holding. Google's still holding as well. So comm sector just kind of stabilizing while Netflix moves higher. Nvidia, AMD both breaking base. Apple can break base at 161.80s. Microsoft can break base at 283.30s. Watch 275 on Nvidia. Watch 95.50s on AMD to see if you get any kind of wick back up or any kind of retest under this. But so far, they're already breaking the level to break. Yeah, a lot of weakness at the open. Be sure to drop a like on the stream. Glad to have each and every one of you. Got over 160 people in here now. Good stuff.
Netflix continuing over that pre-market high. Tesla battling on its opening price, trying to push towards pre-market high as well. Google pushed off pre-market low back at opening price. Comms definitely looks the strongest right now. Meta's just kind of hanging out, not really moving too much. Spot went and touched that yesterday high, pushed right back up to the midpoint and the non-moving average on the 10-minute. Almost done with this 5-minute candle. Tesla right at that pre-market high. See if it's gonna pop. Tesla getting over the pre-market high. See if it confirms over 188.
Tesla kicking ass, almost up 2% now, with Amazon down 1.5% just about. Nvidia trying to stay green, AMD also pulling back up. Like I said, I expected a retest on that at least. That first push isn't really anything much. See if they maintain under 95.50 or not, but that could be a good play soon. Apple also held. I'm seeing a lot of held levels after the initial 5 minutes of sell-off.
Google pushing higher after that pre-market low retest. Good for comps. Netflix still holding. Banks had really nice retests, pushing green over pre-market highs.
These are down to dirt so far. Nvidia getting below pre-market low. AMD approaching 94.63 level.
So we got about 3 minutes left on our first 10 minutes on the market.
Apple breaking down. AMD retested 95.50, broke down again. Microsoft still wanting to push lower, so is Nvidia. Amazon not looking too hot. Tesla still rejecting 188.25. Google not looking bad. Meta reversed, and Netflix rejecting 346.30 at the moment. A lot of short-term rejection happening. Whoa. Baba through the floor. They're breaking 101.50. Huge red candle. That's rising volume on the 5 minute.
$10 probably likes that. Down to the last minute before the first 10-minute candle print.
I'm just trying to watch to see if this Apple move holds. It looks like it is trying to. We're getting a nice wick up though a little bit. But AMD did move lower to the next level below. Watch for a hold of under 94.60s. Microsoft still above 283.30s. Nvidia closed under 275. Amazon closed under 100.54. Tesla still under a good level. Google under a level. Meta under a good level. And so is Netflix. Like I said, seeing a lot of good short-term rejection on a lot of the major sectors. You do have healthcare pretty green. Financials aren't doing too bad. Industrials aren't doing too bad. Energy's not doing too bad. You even have base material up today again. So there's a lot of green helping sectors today. Still getting some selling it open. Lowering volume still so far on the 5-minute for SPY. Like I said, this is most likely because of all the short-term pullbacks we had. AMD still pulling back. So is Nvidia.
Amazon moving lower while Tesla's rejecting that pre-market high. Making this new low of day here, see if we can get down to that 409.36 pre-market low.
Still getting that pullback on a video. I love this.
Apple making a new low. Microsoft breaking pre-market low, making a new low. Google rejecting pretty hard, coming down under pre-market low.
Healthcare is holding us up with a new high. Banks are still holding. Every other sector is pretty much holding, though. Every sector is still very green, except utilities by a hair and tech by a hair. Even with this pullback, we need a lot more for SPY to come down and break 409.30s. A lot more is needed. Apple needs to break 161 for bears to actually see a break on SPY. Even with the break on AMD, Microsoft still hasn't broke 283.30s. Nvidia, even with the break of Nvidia, with the break of Amazon, the rejection of Tesla, the rejection of Google, the rejection of Meta, and the rejection of Netflix.
Netflix catching support, came all the way and touched down the midpoint of pre-market high to pre-market low. Pushed back above the 9 here. Still got quite a bit of time in this 10-minute candle. Definitely making a nice push. Bergby's trying to get it up to yesterday high, helping JPM get back above pre-market low. Apple's back at pre-market low. Same with Microsoft.
Tesla's trying to pull back a little bit more, see if it makes a new low of day here. So is Apple, AMD. Microsoft's still holding a nice green candle above that 283.30, which is a very important level for Microsoft. If 283.30 breaks, that could be very bloody. Still rejecting 410 as well on the 5-minute.
Tesla back at pre-market high. See if it gets over 188.20. Battery testing 410.
Welcome everybody to the stream. We have almost 200 of you. Be sure to drop a like on the stream. Let's get to 150 likes today. Try to even that up a little bit. Morning, other Josh. How's it going? UPS is looking strong. When sellers out of the way, you could see this going on. That is how that works. Oh yeah, UPS is looking strong. Good eye.
Yeah, so you have some good volume as it's approaching that previous intraday high. See if it pops. 1 minute left on this 10-minute candle.
Apple still really weak. New low of day on Apple. See if they hold that in this 5-minute candle. That's towards the second half of that candle. Rut-row raggy. Apple trying to close lower.
Goes Google. Google looks pretty ugly.
I want to see Microsoft break lower at 283.30s.
Amazon's doing the opposite of Tesla, so that doesn't give you too much confidence in Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla's like one of the few that look really, really good still. I hate to say it, like Tesla's really by itself.
Bergby's just touching yesterday high, which went straight up. JPM's not doing the same.
Healthcare, industrials,
Yeah.
staples, energy. These are all sectors that are holding us up right now. It's a combination of weak or smaller sectors. Combo smaller sectors.
JJ's popping yesterday. I know a couple people like to watch that one, Sherman.
Yes, sir.
With the pop. 30-minute candle type of day. Meta hasn't had much movement. It's coming back up towards yesterday high. If you can get over that, could push towards pre-market high. Be looking pretty good.
Finally, Microsoft doing something. They're all top heavy so far. On Nvidia, which would I grab my lead test from? There isn't one to grab yet, at least on this time frame. There hasn't been a stop yet, so there's nowhere to grab it yet. There's no pullback that they've been given yet to take that on SPY, or to take that on Nvidia. So there's no lead test yet. Technically, you could grab one on SPY, but I'm really waiting for it to break a level first. Just because a drop and a green candle pops up doesn't mean every time that happens it's a lead test. So essentially, you're waiting for 410 to keep projecting if you're looking for a lead test inside of the range. But essentially, we haven't broken anything, so it's not fair to just go grab any random fib. It's really smart to wait for something important to break first. How's everything, Josh? Doing good. Thank you for asking. 408 SPY today, 4090s SPX. We'll see. Talking about Nvidia, just put my trade result. Oh, let me go check that out. I gave you a super reaction, Noxta. Good work on Verizon.
Super.
Good job, Burak, on your post as well. Just noticed that. Nvidia retest completely weak today. Was watching to at least see a small bounce. Took the golden pocket retest and down she went. Ah, nice. Okay, nice. I like the time frame you went down to. It's a 3-minute, I'm pretty sure, on that one. Nice. That gave you a really good clean view of it. Good job, Wag. That's a very clean trade. I bet that felt good after you closed that one. France is eyeing antitrust action against Apple. See if you continue seeing this rejection of 410 for a flush, or we're gonna get a good little pump here in a little bit. Still just in range of the 1485, 409.36 initial range. Kind of jump roping around 410 from the open. So far, sellers have brought us down, but have not broken anything super significant yet. If we could break the pre-market low, that could start some selling, but. And yeah, with streaming coming on, we might as well pump. I could see this at 680.
With the algos.
The must be dreaming algos.
That was right at that yesterday high. Got less than 3 minutes on this candle. Volume coming in pretty good.
Ooh, good job, Budrock on INTC. I feel like not a lot of people trade INTC either. Remember, guys, keep your eyes on weights. You had Apple break a very heavy support. If they can't get back above yesterday's open, that's bad. AMD, they broke 94.60s after retesting and breaking 95.50s. If they can't get back over 95-ish area, 95, 95.50, that is bad for AMD. Microsoft needs to continue defending to 83.30s for bulls to keep control of some sort of support. Nvidia, that support seems to be at 270-265. We have a bigger time frame level there. Amazon, they're building theirs off of the previous day lows. So you know the key areas. You just have to pay attention. Tesla's still under 188.20, is not getting that extra push they need to make their day even more green. They're already up at 1.5% with everybody else down. Google actually looks like it wants to continue falling. Keep eye on previous day low. Meta fighting today's open. And even though Netflix had a pretty strong open there, it also backed down to fighting today's open. Energy pulling back. Watch for healthcare tickers to pull back to see more red, since that is one of the sectors holding us up technically. Boeing still rejecting to 14.20. We've had that level there for a few days now. Coin up 7.5%. Insane. Neo up 4% today. Nice. SPY pulled back more. We'll see if we get the break of 409s here or not. Are we going to see a flush on SPY, or are they going to hold 409.36 at the pre-market low? We shall see here in a few moments. Apple's still under the key level. AMD still under a key level. Microsoft's defending a key level still. So is Nvidia. Amazon broke lower in that couple moments. They switched back over. Meta, Netflix breaking lower. So seeing a lot of weights move lower. Yeah, seems like we're trying to hold still. We have lowering volume from open all the way to the pre-market low. That's the key level, though. At least you know what to look for. On not just SPY, but also key weights. Apple all the way through Netflix. XOK all the way through XLB. See if you get the flush under 409.36 down to 408.50. If not, we get the hold to 409.36 at pre-market low. We can see them try to retake 410, slowly try to retake today's open, and maybe work towards pre-market high at 410.85. Then we can look towards 411.50 and so on. For now, though, key level is pre-market low. Be sure to drop a like on the stream if you guys are enjoying some of the updates, some of the visualizations of what's in front of you. I'm, again, just kind of going off of my levels. I'm really not making up anything. Just telling you facts. Hopefully some of you enjoy some of the price action updates, though. Again, right now we're just kind of focused on the pre-market low of SPY. A bunch of key weights here trying to defend, trying to break lower. There's a lot going on. Apple's still under a key level. Microsoft defending it still. I don't know how I just skipped over AMD. That was quick. Nvidia pulled up a little more. Amazon's still above the true previous day low of 99.57. Tesla really just trading within itself. That's a very, very indecisive chart, but that is building a lot of pressure for a bigger move. So Tesla could be a good late bloomer move if y'all want. Com's still looking like they want to pull down more. I'm seeing pretty much everything I just went through pulled down a little bit more as I was skimming through it. Let's see. So healthcare is holding us up still. You can see they did a little bit of a bull flag there, kind of pulled back up. Let's see if they can hold that though. If they can hold that, build up higher, that can definitely help out SPY. Try to defend being break even at the moment. If they break 9 EMA in that little red wick here, they can break that, and that'll essentially bring down SPY as well, because healthcare will then turn red. Discretionary pull down more. Financials are still up. Kind of lower high of day right now on their chart. Really just getting positional awareness. They're just trying to figure out what do these charts look like, what levels are they around, compare them to the rest. So if like 9 out of 11 of them are sitting at pre-market high, and one of them, the tech, is the one that is breaking pre-market high, if the rest of these were to follow, then tech would get a continued boost, and then those would get a bigger boost because the biggest sector, tech, is already breaking out. Vice versa, let's say tech's breaking out, the rest of these are breaking under and rejecting. This is going to weigh down the tech breakout. You're going to be kind of in a moment where you're like, damn, Apple and Microsoft are killing it, but the SPY is dropping. How's that possible? You know, and then you go look, which that is a rare occurrence. It's just, again, an example. It's very rare you have tech going against what SPY is doing, considering they weigh almost 30% of SPY. The tech sector, that is, not just Apple, Microsoft. Pretty good amount of volume on that green candle. Very indecisive candle, though. We know that because we have wicks on both sides. 3 candles in a row, really. And if you look on the 5-minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of our candles for the day are all essentially the same candle. It's just a bunch of indecision. Nobody actually understands what's going on. Nobody knows that it's going to break the support. Nobody knows that it's going to bounce. A lot of indecision as we arrive against more news coming up tomorrow. What's everybody's opinions in the stream? Do y'all think we're going to rise? Or do y'all think we're going to drop on CPI? Let me know in the YouTube chat, guys. We don't have an opinion. We just trade whatever's there. Anyone else scalping from levels and plan on being done early today? I would hope most people are sack lunch, but we'll see. That was a good question.
Like how Meta and Tesla are in those tight ranges so far. XOM really held the pre-market low, coming back up to opening price.
Price getting a nice bounce off pre-market low. Very aggressive buyer time right there.
Healthcare is pushing higher with J&J and UNH. Those are the top 2 SPY health weights. They're both making new highs. Berk B and JPM still holding up, trying to push a little bit higher. Berk B needs to get over yesterday high. JPM's right at pre-market low. Yesterday high right above.
Tech is still the only major sector that's super weak. And by super weak, I just mean red.
If Tech could pick it up, it could really help SPY here. So if you see Apple, Microsoft, Google start to get some good buyers, that could help SPY out a lot. Especially if healthcare keeps pushing here. New 10-minute candle.
Yo, good job, Creator Trades. See your trade result posted already. Hey, Marente already posted as well. And Misi, good stuff. I love seeing these trade results posted already. I never have to ask you guys. There are still a few of you, though, that a majority of you, honestly, if I'm being honest, being very lazy, though. Still not seeing a lot of you guys going through the watch list. I'm still not seeing a lot of you guys post reviews of the watch list, trying to find 40% entries, 80% entries, practicing lead tests. I still don't see a ton of that. You know, I still see the same 3, 4, 5 names here and there, but there's a lot of you guys lacking. I want to see a lot of you guys pick it up. Don't get lazy. You can't sit there and say you don't have access. I've been posting my watch list for free for weeks now. So don't even give me that shit. What's up, Sherman? How you doing?
Pretty good. Just scalping this price action, sniping. You know.
I could tell. I could just hear you were in the zone.
Yeah. So far, just took a little snipe on Amazon earlier, and I just did one on AMD as it's going to the downside. Probably should have held that one, but it's not what the plan was.
Yeah, just do better, I guess. You know, if I had to give you any advice.
More.
It could.
Just try harder, do better.
Get good, right?
Yeah, get good. Super vague advice. Oh no, they're pretty much the same thing, creator trades. It's just I don't know why all of a sudden we come up with lead testing and like clicks better for everybody. But I guess it gives them a more exact, tedious rule or parameter to find, rather than just saying, oh, it has to retest this or this. But yes, they're exactly the exact same thing, creator trades. Thank you for noticing that. That's how I know you've been paying attention. Yeah, it's the branding. Honestly, it's just because it was out of self-respect. That's how the lead test was made. I mean, it's an 80% entry. We all damn well know that if you've been here long enough, but it's just really funny because Leland ends up coming up with a little bit more accurate of a rule for finding these inside of the range or from good pushes or good drops. So I feel like it gives more opportunity that you weren't already looking for by looking for 80% entries. So that's why we call it the lead test, because Leland found a really good retest. Devin, are you okay?
Yeah, well, what's up?
I don't know, you just breathing a lot. I was sad for you.
No, just staring at this price action. I'm kind of close to my mic. I got you.
Oh, you're good. You were like breathing. I was like, damn, he's pissed.
No, I'm just like staring at this price action, like focused.
In the zone.
I'm trying to look for like these big orders that are going to come in and send which direction we're going to send it. You know what I'm saying? Like, eventually we're going to start seeing some bigger orders come in here, but it's been pretty small on the time of sales.
Somebody said you're recovering from jump rope.
Yeah, that too.
You jumped rope today?
Yeah.
Of course he did. I felt that all the way down here.
Jesus.
That's Sherman's alarm clock.
Aftershock. Still in range intraday, above pre-market low. It would be nice if Sprite broke this range, yeah. Leland defined really nice rules for build-based reversal trades videos. Gold. I followed this guy on Twitter. He sure can't jump. I'll show you in video. All NVIDIA's done is broke 275.15 which is the major break below. They tested one of the major targets below. Again, if you're paying attention to the list here, 273 is a major target. 270, 265 is that level we have in the bigger time frame. So that's essentially what they need to break next to move down toward 270, 75. But you do have a good retest play. You already have a 40% and a good retest 80% entry from that play there. Now, all you're looking for now is either a new low under 270, 265, or you start to see them build base and try to retake 275 with buyers. That's what NVIDIA has done so far today. Amazon has just been slowly moving lower. AMD as well. AMD and NVIDIA, two really good hot ones off the watch list today. The only one that hasn't moved from range is Tesla. And then, of course, SPY from top of the list, but that's kind of blatant. And Apple, they retested from 160, 139 and just kept tanking. Again, I hope a lot of you guys are using some of these levels. These are all very easy levels to get off of the daily time frame after using the TA routine. I didn't really even use that many smaller time frame levels today. I just kind of kept it simple. Netflix, Meta, and Google kept pulling back more. Could be seeing the beginning of SPY making a new low here if everything keeps tanking and if healthcare can slow down more. They just keep doing this 2-candle reset and then continue higher trend. So keep an eye on that trend. SPY finally gonna crack pre-market low? Uh-oh, tech got weaker. I just saw that.
Tesla's starting to come down more. Meta broke pre-market low. Google coming down under yesterday low pretty hard. NVIDIA getting close to that previous intraday low again after a nice retest of the pre-market low. Recent volume on the 10-minute here for the sellers with about a little over a minute left. Might have wicked right off that pre-market low area.
Really big amount of volume on this candle. This is the second most in the day on the 5-minute. As we get close to the close of this candle. Can this menu stop popping up for Windows? Jesus. Do I want to play Candy Crusher? No, what? 9:20 a.m. in the morning, Microsoft. Pick up on the fact that I do not want to play Candy Crusher.
You sure?
It's 9:20 a.m.
Put them hours in this weekend.
Had a late fill, but still scalped a quick 10% on the 2-minute on SPY. Good job, CM Trades. Noxta. Of course you do. Tilts head slowly. You want to crush candy.
New 10-minute candle still opening up over that pre-market low.
All we have is a good reaction off of that level. No follow through off of it yet. Wow, really good job, Jazz Loves Kicks, on your Google trade. Really clean retest move. That was an 80% entry. Good job. Ah, I see. That's why you got hyped. And yep, Apple is at that next level, 160.55 to the cent. If anybody was listening from the pre-market stream, I talked about how you could play breaks and retests under 161.39 because that's the previous day open. That reached a main target. Great job if you were listening to the pre-market stream. AMD also worked. Microsoft is working right now. Nvidia already worked. Amazon already worked. Tesla's in range. Google already worked. Meta is really just still in range. They've had a lot of ugly trading today. And Netflix, really. They both had some ugly trading today. But a lot of the ideas and scenarios I cover have been working out very well today. See if this trend continues. Are we going to finally get a break of pre-market low, or are we just going to keep wicking down to it? Oh, you're talking about your spread, I see. No problem, Jazz. Always happy to give credit where it's due. Very happy to see you get really good results after working so damn hard. I know how much you've been working at this and trying to progress over time, so it's really nice to see you post results like that. Plus, that's a very, very clean trade. If you go back on your own trade, just zoom in on your picture, that's a very clean retest entry. I mean, you can't ask for more. You got the drop, you got your hammers, you got your secondary drop. Bam, you're out of your trade. I love that.
Definitely been some clean moves today, just not on spot yet.
Yep, they seem to be holding off of that candle with the second most volume of the day. So now the game plan is pre-market is still your good break below. And off of this potential buyer move, you're looking to see if 410 and current day open can break. Off of those potential breakouts, you can maybe aim for the pre-market high at 1485 and maybe up for 41150 as a kind of a secondary further out target. And that's if this is a buyer move trying to hold. If not, you should see a continuation down through 40936. But that is a very good amount of volume compared to a lot of these last short-term green candles here. So this does have a lot more precedence than what we've seen in the other candlesticks. This could definitely get a lot more bullish reversal in it. So I feel like this last touch of 40936 is a lot more impressive than the previous, is what I'm getting at. So potential buyer move happening off of 40936, it looks like. Just keep that in mind, though. If that 40936 breaks, that could be a very nasty flush to the downside. They could flush 80 cents very quickly, which you might not think that's a lot, but that could definitely be a lot on other weights. So keep your eyes on healthcare to see if they keep up the strength. They've already picked up more weakness, so that could be the start of something very bad. Tech's still down in the dirt, and if you start to see a lot of these other green sectors slow down and reverse, that could also add on to the healthcare sector slowing down, which you will see that displayed on SPY. Ooh, very nice, peoples. Apple was weak this morning. It was looking for a pullback. Broke 161.42 previous day open and began to flat. Ooh. He literally took the trade I was talking about. Good job, man. You did it all on your own, too. Sexy. I love the level that you waited for, too, man. That previous day open on Apple was key. And I feel like not enough people watch previous day open or previous day close, which is crazy to me because those are what sometimes ends up being a lot of your most important pivot points are your opens and closes. Your today's open, your yesterday's open, your yesterday's close. Those three levels alone end up being super, super important short-term pivot points. I mean, I don't know a day where they haven't been used or tested or any of that. They are always used. So very, very good trade on that. That's probably trade of the day, people. Is not gonna lie. The Apple trade. Does clean as hell. And you had sector confirmation with XLK. And Microsoft was actually weak with it today. They weren't opposite, so you had a lot line up on that one. If you would have traded the same exact thing on AMD and Nvidia, that would have been pretty impressive. But those were three of the exact same trade today. AMD, Nvidia, and Apple. Sucks you didn't get that kind of move on Tesla or Amazon. Amazon just kept selling. They didn't really give you a good retest move until they finally hit 99.90. And yeah, healthcare holding, and some of those sectors that were looking to move just a little bit higher started moving even more. Comms, you had industrials move higher, staples moved higher, energy's back up again, utilities are up again at high of day, and so is base. So a lot of sectors working together, even with tech down today. And this is why I go over sectors with you guys.
About to get a new 30-minute candle. Met her right back at that yesterday high / opening price. Get increasing volume on his 10-minute candle. Google getting back over yesterday low.
God. People can't read. No problem, boy. Glad to have you, man. Take a small short here, fifth of my normal size. Dylan said rejection. Well, 2 out of 2 and going to enjoy my last day off work. About to hit that gym and try to get maybe 2% like Devin. Hey, good stuff, man. Hey, 2% of Devin is still a Sherman tank.
Only 2%?
Yeah, only 2%. You don't want 100%. I don't know if you can handle it.
No, I'll die.
We might all. The world might be over.
The last 10-minute candle had pretty good volume.
The normal human, yeah. Hey, good job, JLab. What was the reason for your entry? Did you like that long-legged kind of doji with a good amount of volume on it, hitting that 409.36 for the third test? Did you wait until it got back above the 9 EMA and then you just took a quick scalp up to that 410? What was your reasoning behind that? Tesla showing some buyers and trying to stay above the 9 on the 10-minute. Pre-market high isn't too far away. Great update by TJS. Those are the kind of updates I love to read, man. Great call out.
I like Tesla for either direction just because how tight it stayed since open. If it doesn't get that pop to the upside, if it breaks yesterday high to the downside, that'll be one of the things that helps bring SPY down.
Be sure to drop a like on the stream if you haven't already. Glad to have each and every one of you in here. Yep, SPY is still fighting that 410 level. If you guys have been paying attention, what kind of market have I been saying that we are in? Not a bull market, not a bear market, but a what market? What kind of market have I been saying we're in? News driven, exactly. News. And what do we not have today? What are we all waiting on tomorrow? For short-term reactions before waiting for more news. Wet market. CPI, exactly. So what are the chances we get the usual exciting price action that we've all come to know and love? It's very low. So when you guys look across the past couple days of price action and you start to think about that, it makes you realize, like, wow, maybe we are really just waiting on news. Because we've literally done 3 days of the exact same thing, basically. And we're almost doing exactly what those 3 days have done at the opening of today. I'm not going to say we're getting boring price action or that we're choppy, but it is slow. It's slow and it's in range. It's been an hour and we've moved from 410.27 down to 409.36, and now we're back at 410, and now we're pulling back down again. We've essentially not done a whole lot. Exactly, another no trade day. I don't know why everybody keeps trying to force a trade every single time there's a big candle made. Don't do that. Don't be that person. Anybody can click a button. You don't want to be a shotgun. You want to be a sniper. So there's no need to just shotgun at every single big candlestick you see enter the screen. As I say that, we're producing one on SPY.
I was going to say, NVIDIA looks pretty good for more downside, hitting 272.65 level on increasing volume candle to candle.
And we're at low of day again. It's all because of Sherman. Don't worry, guys. When Sherman gets his coffee break, this thing's pumping.
Yeah, it'll go parabolic. Don't worry.
The timing on that has been crazy.
Every time, too.
It's
not even time-based.
Dude, literally. Yeah, if Must Be Dreaming comes on or Sherman leaves to get coffee, it's pretty much just buy longs and walk away.
Just ride the 9.
What's up, Boston? Sorry your stream was behind you. Sometimes it'll auto off-click for you, so you have to go back and click live again. So make sure you just check on that. Glad to have you, though. Ah, good eye, Cameron.
I think a username pointed out a pretty nice bull flag on that chart on the daily.
Wow, they broke 30K. That amazes me.
Yeah.
I know you have, Bootrock. Every time I see your charts and your trades, I'm like, alright, let's see what he did today. I'm like, damn, we got like literally the exact same levels. Like sometimes our levels are off like 3, 4, 5 cents, but that doesn't mean shit. SPY possibly trying to close under pre-market low, everybody. This could be very naughty. Nah, for real though, Burak, I hope more people read some of your posts, because you're essentially trading exactly how a lot of us trade with those levels. Like, we literally just, we live and die by them. SPY
UNH is
waking up again.
UNH is struggling around 519. Could be making a double top here. Could be good looks for downside.
Healthcare trying to pull back. Tech trying to hold yesterday's open. Keep an eye on XLK trying to hold yesterday's open. And keep an eye on XLV to possibly pull back more. But it's funny how one of those are pulling us up all day while the other one's trying to drag us down. And now we're getting the opposite effect now. If tech continues weakness, this is going to be a very, very big red day. Because if healthcare ever decides to finally slow down like they are right now, that is not good. Another strong amount of volume stepping in to hold another wick up on 409.36. Pre-market low is just insanely strong today. Very, very strong level today. No, it's an interesting concept, Cameron. I like reading your little thought process. I snapped a trade there, move stop top plus 20%. Good job, Tobias. Ooh, good, fantastic, John. You've been doing a great job with this. He instantly called out high volume hammer on XOY. I go to it, and he's not joking. That is an exceptional amount of volume. The most volume there was 92,000. Now it's at 355,000 on that chart. That is insane. That's the most of the last 2 days. Yeah, I'm about to go check. That's crazy, though. It honestly was probably a combination. Let me go look. Because it's not just those. You also have Home Depot, Nike, McDonald's, Lowe's, Starbucks.
Start checking those.
Could also just be the XOY chart.
Yeah.
There is technically volume on it. Huh. That's interesting. That is a pretty crazy amount of volume. But what I was going to say is Fantastic John has been doing a really, really good job calling out sectors, price action around certain good levels or volume or high, low volume patterns. What kind of patterns are there? Just having good positional awareness. So big creds to Fantastic John, wherever he may be. Move stop again, out 30%. 36%. Good job, Tobias. What's up, Shane? I did remember your name. Tesla trying to break up. Yeah, Tesla's been holding all day. I mean, they have not broken anything today. You know, Amazon, they just kept breaking supports over and over and over again. Tesla, they held up firm all day today. Nvidia trying to hold a decent hammer at 270, 265, under 9 EMA still, even on the 5-minute. Microsoft still rejecting 283.30s. That could be the retest to move lower. AMD trying to build a double bottom so far. Apple's at a potential double bottom. If they break 160.50s, that will bring another flush. That could possibly hurt SPY chart. Healthcare still pulling back more. I told you all about the scenario that can bring. A few of the sectors that moved up actually just produced another red candle. All right, Sherman, flush it. I think you can do it now.
Yeah, I can start making some coffee.
And thank you guys for 130 likes on today's stream. That really does mean a lot to me. Thank you. Had a really good turnout today. We had almost 200 people in here at one point again.
We're actually going to get this candle close.
Hey, thank you, Andreas. Andreas. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. They're just never going to actually flush it under this level, are they? On the cusp of seeing a flush. Will pre-market low hold?
Oh, come on now.
I'll actually be a little surprised. Okay, yeah, I was going to say. I would like to see a 10-minute candle close under that. That's a good short-term sign, but what you want to see is a 10-minute candle close under now. And that's still fighting. You have pretty much 5 more minutes in that. A new low of day. There we go. About time. Wondering when she would blow. Healthcare pulled back a little bit more, and so did tech. Two of your heaviest sectors pulled back a little bit more. Financials as well. Everything pulled back a little bit more together there, except staples. Staples and utilities. A hold under 409.30s can bring a test to 408.50.
Flushing.
Yes, give us this flush that we've been waiting for forever. That was a quick 150.
Nice.
Amazon breaking under that yesterday low. This Tesla's coming down a little bit more, still above yesterday high on Tesla. Apple and Microsoft coming down together. Google coming back down under yesterday low. Meta rejecting yesterday high, still above pre-market high. As Netflix is breaking down under yesterday low or yesterday high, right above pre-market low. Video making new low of days.
Pretty good amount of volume on that hammer stepping in. See if they can retake pre-market low or not, or 9 EMA even would be nice. Like I said, a break on 10-minute is really what you would want to see, and they're getting the wick up on that right now. So you got about a minute left in that 10-minute candle. Keep an eye on that. If that continues to close lower, that could bring higher probability of a continuation down. A higher close above 4936 is higher probability for a continuation back up to retest 9 EMA on the 5 and 10-minute. Hey, good job, Fantastic John. Traded the same contract as me, and he didn't even know it.
Nice.
Damn, Noxta. Ooh, lead test snipe. Good job, peoples. Spy Poots, I see you, Mel. I figured you were in shorts. Good job, J-Lab. Good job, Money Lisa. Paper trade or not, I love to see the mental trades, the paper trades. I like to see the reviews. That's what really helps out. Well, Genesis, that's up to you. You need to decide what time frame you want to focus on for the entry, and that's how it would indicate to you. You don't just do a bunch of guesswork. So if I'm focused on the 1 minute for an entry, I'm going to use the 5 and the 10 minute to give myself extra confirmation of what's possibly going on. Because the more you open up your time frame, the easier it is to view what's going on the chart. So that's all it is, just kind of help you back up and see, all right, what's happening on the bigger picture. Then you can zoom back in and you could take your trade, or you could just get out of your trade, whatever scenario you're in. So it's really kind of up to you, personal preference. Figure out which one you're most comfortable with entering on, and then use a couple of the bigger time frames. If you're on the 1, even the 3 or 5 minutes going to help you out. But the 5 and 10 minute are very helpful. Apple trying to hold that base, that's a very good sign for potential buyers on the market as SPY tries to defend that pre-market low still. Got kind of a curling move here on AMD that could definitely turn into a curling up move. Just kind of keeping my mind open. Microsoft also doing the same thing. Nvidia also doing the same thing. We're getting a lot of curled off sell-offs here. If we get a lot of slower price action going towards lunchtime, end of day could actually be seeing a green day today. Very impressive. Healthcare getting some light. A couple of those ones, other sectors still holding. Staples made a new high of day. We already talked about that. Discretionary also trying to curl. See if tech can curl at all. Just a very ugly spot for SPY to be sitting on the 5-minute right now. Very indecisive approach for both sides right now. Yeah, you technically could create a trade. You could do one from the last high that it made to the low. You could be looking for a break here. The reason I haven't been doing that, this is the reason again I said that earlier, is because this is the first break, right? So if we're having a lead test inside of this range, it adds a little bit more confusion and more volume into this candle here because it's inside of the range again. It's not out here in the open waters. It's in here in the dense waters where there's already been a bunch of feeding, if that makes sense. So that's why I don't really like that as much. But yes, you could essentially look at the lead test at 409.50, 409.65 here. But I'm sticking by my reasoning on why I don't like that right there. But yes, essentially if you're looking at it that way, yes, that's correct. You're not crazy. Well, for that reason. Okay, good. Yeah, I didn't know how to explain that better. The dense water honestly kind of makes it make more sense. I just picture like if there's been a bunch of this is a good example here. There's been a bunch of trading here, right? Or say across the past 10 days there's been a bunch of trading between these two levels. Then there's going to be a lot more volume in between those two levels, right? So getting more one-directional moves isn't going to be as easy because you're going to need a lot of volume to do it each time, right? So once you finally break the range and there's less volume out here, it's not as dense. It's not as restrictive on volume or movement. So that's kind of why I think about it like that. How do you add Fibonacci on TOS? You can click your mouse wheel and then click this little percentage label here, or you can go down to here and click it down here. Then you can draw it however you like. You always draw it in the direction. If you want to see my settings to mine, here you go. I'll give you a couple seconds to screenshot it or copy it. Remember that lead test we drew together, guys? Kind of started up higher above 409.75, broke it, pretty much tested that next bigger time frame level, and we're just kind of holding inside of that range again. Which again, to see what that is, that blue area is just the supply of this candle here, the high to the open of that candle before the big reversal that happened right afterwards. So we're in an area of supply where there's an area of expected sellers. You can see we rejected once, twice, had trouble around this area, and now we're here again for a third and fourth time. Sorry, I almost skipped the number 4 entirely. But we came down all the way pretty much to that 50% level, and now we're just kind of stuck between the two levels I said is very indecisive. You should be taking no trades in between this area. I've explained that every time I've opened this chart to show you on the bigger time frame, and every time I've posted in the Discord. Again, if you have access to the Discord, I would 300% make sure you pay attention to when I do post. I try to post a lot less now to keep it more simple, and so people can kind of stay caught up. So there's news, different TA. Every so often, I'll also drop TA on what to look out for on the bigger and smaller time frame. Sometimes I'll post reviews and stuff, so definitely feel free to check out Bueller TA channel when you have it. Oh, my bad, Tobias. 0.8 to 109 on a 1 DTE. Damn, so you did 33%? 34%? After creating a bull flag, we had a false breakdown with lower volume. The pump after was not as powerful. It should be. These things also don't go from bottom to breakout in one line, so when it opened above the wedge, I added a small short initially at the bottom of the flag, but we went straight through, so I upped my stop loss. When we went back above the white line, my position got eaten for a profit. Oh, I see. Okay. Nice. Okay, so you saw the high. You saw that it was squeezing when it pulled back down to that kind of angled trend line you have underneath. You saw it come back up. You said, you know what? I don't like that. It didn't really make a new high. It just kind of came up and rejected, really, if anything. And that's where you got in at. So that's a very clean entry. And I kind of like where your exit spot was around the trend line. Like you said, when it popped back up, it kind of ate into some of the profits. But still, that was a very, very clean drop, though. And I like that you waited for the lower high. You weren't just like, I'm going to randomly start shorting. You actually gave yourself a real reason and said, you know what? I like the risk reward here. 36% with some slippage due to the stop. Still, though, 36%, that's insane. Really, really good trade review, too, Tobias. I commend you on that one. I'll give you a super reaction. Oh, I'm out of super reactions. You're getting a normal one today. Damn you, Discord. Andre, I do in the members only section. And the only reason I didn't really release it out to the public is because there's just too many outstanding questions outside of that video. So I just kind of kept it to people who are members of the channel. If you'd like a link to that video, I can give you one. I'd have to go re-download the video, re-upload it, and unlist it, and then link it to you, though. But technically, yes, there is. I don't go through every literal setting. Like it's like a 33-minute video, but I go through pretty much most of everything on this screen here. But the whole look and feel, if you want to look at that real quick, you just click Setup at the top right, Application Settings, go down to Look and Feel. And you can change your settings to this if you want to make it look like mine. The only thing I edited was this, so I would check that out if you want. Everybody always asks me, how do you get your colors like that? This is literally how. Please copy this now so I don't have to show it again. Screenshot it. Again, you go to Setup at the top right, Application Settings, Look and Feel. Click on Color Scheme, Edit Color Scheme, and this is what you get. But I use large font size, tight spacing, so I can have pretty much the same amount of stuff, but I can see it easier. So it's a lot tighter, it's a lot bigger, if that makes sense. Awesome. But that is how I get my TOS to look like this. It's nothing special. It's really just a lot of tinkering with me. I think one Saturday I got really bored, and I just decided to sit here, and I didn't realize you could change it to changing color that way. And I was like, you know what? I got to do that because it's a lot easier to look at. The original reason was honestly to turn this light. You can't see it because I have the overlay on, but the light blue here, the light gray, the dark gray, and the black at the top, I wanted all of this to be black, but there is no setting for that. Not yet, at least. I don't understand why they give you so many different colors. Like, I can see these are different rows. All right, so keep an eye on Apple. They're trying to hold base at 160.50s. If they break that, we can expect another flush on the tech side of things. AMD's already started. Microsoft's already started. Nvidia's already started. Amazon's already started. Tesla's still rejecting and in range. Google's already brought down again. Meta brought down again. Netflix pulling back up, actually. So you have XOK getting more weak again. Discretionary is just kind of indecisive. Comms are indecisive. Where's healthcare at? There we go. Healthcare still pulling back up a little bit. That's helping keep SPY back on the uppity up above 409.36. So they slowly lost it, had a good flush, brought it back instantly, held it with an indecisive candle, held it with another indecisive kind of hammer candle, and now we're getting a little bit of a reaction again off of pre-market low. So pre-market low is definitely the key area today. How do you make the price come up with the price levels on the right? So when you first start this, I don't remember how it looks, but if you just click that real quick and then click edit properties, like right click it and then edit properties, this is what this looks like. So if you want to copy that, be my guest. Once you finish adding these settings though, Supu, Mena, and anybody else messing with their price level tool, click save as default and then click OK. Don't just click OK or it will not save anything you just did. But that is essentially how I'm getting those levels to look like that. I do show price on the right because most of the time I'm looking to the right anyway. That was long enough though.
UNH hitting 520. It's crazy. I think earnings is this Friday as well.
I didn't even see that, but 16 hours ago, the United States ended the national emergency for COVID.
We were still under national emergency?
Yeah, apparently. Oh, JLab, I see you. Good job going back for the trade review. Very, very clean chart, man. I like your hollow green candles. Could become Wumbo. I Wumbo, you Wumbo. It definitely is still possible, Shane. It's definitely not something to take out of the equation and say, that's not possible, that's not going to happen. No, it definitely is. You could definitely see a pump. It's never fair to say one side can't do something in any scenario. I'm just seeing a lot of buy reactions, so I would expect a lot of smaller green candles to be formed on weights and most likely on SPY right now. Yeah, I'm kind of assuming the same thing too, Tobias. Weak buyer move off of that hold of pre-market low. Didn't really get far. Still fighting the 9 EMA as low as it is on the 5-minute. Which means we're probably still fighting it on the 10-minute right here. And yeah, 10-minute never once closed under 409.36. Your more passive time frame on the 10-minute never broke under. So we need to see a better close under on that. 5-minute had one good push, good flush, and that was about it. Weak buyer move so far, and it's been very short-lived so far. Tesla's at pre-market high. Great call out, TJS.
Yeah, it's testing the 188.20 bigger time frame level right now. Slightly increasing volume on the 10-minute with about 1 minute and 20 seconds left on Tesla. See if it can get going.
What's up, Fred Ags? How you doing, man? Good eye, Mel. Talking about the one we talked about earlier with Creator Trades. This one. Yeah, you're not wrong. Still fighting that. Doing great, man. Thanks for asking. Glad to have you in here. Will we get the flush under 409.30s or will we continue to hold?
XOM's at its pre-market high.
Ooh, good looks. Fantastic, John. Oh, I see why you said that.
New high day.
Finally. Finally.
Yes, it is Ace.
That'd be crazy if all these charts turned into... I mean, it wouldn't be crazy. It'd be a good scenario, too. But it'd be crazy if all these moves started getting bought up, too, because all these charts finally sold off enough again.
Them are holding pretty good places.
Yeah, we could be seeing the beginning of a pretty good bullish reversal already. Still very low event, very, very non-eventful day today, though, so probably just chill, but still, I like the positioning. Still kind of in this down channel from open, too. Haven't really broken out of anything. VIX drop could call up by Driz. Ooh, good job, Hee Hee Moozy. Great job on the trade result post. I like that too. You know, he one of these people in here, they're never like a super loud person and child. They're never spamming. They're just kind of to themselves, but they're always on top of the discipline part. You know, always posting trade results, staying on top of why did they enter, why did they exit, what did they like about it, what did they not like about it. It's really good to see those trade results posted. Helps me, helps other people, and most importantly, it helps you. Still kind of in that channel. I hate to draw channels, but... it's kind of like there.
That channel.
Ooh, good idea, Deep. Good job getting into some runners. Good post on McDonald's, Burak. I always forget about McDonald's, too. And it's literally at 285 now. It's crazy that seeing that just under 300, because I used to buy really far out calls for McDonald's for like 200, 210 strike. And that was when price was still well under 200. So it's crazy seeing them slowly grind up and hold above 200s are now a normal price for them. Going to 300s the new norm. A couple years from now, going to 400 will be a new norm. McDonald's is just going to continue doing that. Such an insanely impressive company, it's not even funny. And the options chain is really fun to trade to for swings. Yeah, and they're, yeah, like you said, and global. It was such a strong dominance in any kind of market, too. Even when inflation went up, even when the supply chains were screwed, even when demand was down, McDonald's still held strong. They're one of those few companies that is like discretionary, but at the same time, could also be considered almost a staple. It's not something people need, but it's something you're going to see people still buy even through the toughest of times. So I still see that as a staple discretionary. Yeah, and their food is so healthy, yeah. Alright, conversations get too far now.
Pretty good diet food.
But you only got a couple bucks to your name. What's the couple places you think of? Taco Bell, Jack in the Box, McDonald's.
Golden Corral.
Yep, real estate. If y'all haven't seen that McDonald's movie, y'all should. It's actually super, super good.
Which one? The one with
With Batman.
what's his name? Yeah, Batman.
Yeah. Michael Keegan or whatever.
Yes. I didn't want to say just Batman, but yeah.
Wait, who said Golden Corral?
I did.
Evan.
I kind of forgot those existed. I'm not going to front.
That's cheaper than McDonald's nowadays by a lot.
Is it?
Yeah, you can get all you eat buffet with just the water for like $12.
Go spend $12 and you can get a bunch of overcooked steak, but it's all yours.
Yeah.
Eat as much as you want. I ain't been to Golden Corral since I was a child, man. I honestly forgot about that place. They're always like kind of in, like going towards the country for us down here. Pretty sure they used to be a lot more popular than that. Not really a huge fan of them.
I don't ever go there, but the one that's closest to me is always slammed.
White Castle after MN on the week. Your favorite Batman? Really? You like Keegan over Bale? Strawberries are the chocolate fountain that everyone uses. Oh, stop. All right, stop talking. Stop, Shane. Shush. Just gave me PTSD. I forgot about the chocolate fountain. That just anybody in the public can use. That shit's crazy.
You always see like kids walking up there and just stick their whole hand in it.
Dude, literally.
Chocolate covered fingers.
Tesla hit one. Yeah. As soon as we started talking at the same time, I was gonna say Tesla almost went up to 190 already.
Yeah, because Spy's pushing up, and like Tesla continues XOM. Apple's coming up, Microsoft's coming up a little bit. Meta needs to get over yesterday high.
Yeah, Apple's the one that gets me. Apple has like a really good true base. It's not just a couple candles. They have over an hour of information at that support and building up. So I think that helps out a lot too.
Healthcare's still up there. Banks are still up there. We get over this 410 area, 410.20. We definitely get moving.
Like I said a few moments ago, this could be the start to a buyer move, but it's still nothing crazy yet because all they've gotten back up to again is 410. We haven't broken 410. We haven't broken today's open. We haven't even gotten close to pre-market high since today's open. So, again, just a very short-lived rally so far. I'd say a relief rally off 409.30 is the pre-market low. Knowing there's a lot of sellers there trying to take things lower, they trap them. They move prices up higher. Now there's also a chance for the vice versa situation where sellers can now trap a lot of buyers at 410 thinking we're going to continue higher if we do not close over 410 and possibly today's open. I have to get some things done, though. I'm going to end the stream there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed some of today's content. I appreciate the many of you joining in today. Thank you guys for the crazy amount of likes today, the engagement, the discussions, the questions. Feel free to tune into the Discord. Check into the trade floor if you want to still catch some good conversation with everybody. Drop your own updates. Drop your own trades into BB Trades. This is where a lot of people post their ideas and stuff like that. Trade results. If you just want to come in here and show everybody, hey, this is how I trade. This is how I traded today. This is what I took on my trade, entry, exit, thought process, all that awesome stuff. If you'd like an invite to this server, I'll send it now. Ooh, as I said, Deep Post one. Let's look at his. Quick 40% entry scalp with Tesla breakout. Watched it all day patiently.
Go deep.
Yeah, for real. He waited for that 188.20s for a long time. As soon as he gets off, it's gonna rip.
Patience pays.
I mean, it's already been ripping. I'm not really surprised by it. Just remember, keep your eye on 410. Do we continue to hold it? Keep your eye on today's open. Can we break it? Or are we just going to work up to it? These are your two key areas above right now. Key area below, pre-market low. You guys saw we never broke it on the 10-minute. 10-minute is key. But I would say today's price action has been very informative. It's been very clean. I'd say a lot of price action over the past 3 going into the 4th day now. Even if it felt slow, there's still been a lot of really awesome levels broken, a lot of really good lessons, a lot of really good reviews of those levels and the volume that it took to surpass them. So I think that's a really good lesson to learn from it. On the bigger time frame, though, you guys are going to want to focus on seeing can they keep control of the golden pocket and control point that we talked about from the lead test. If they maintain under this could bring a flush back down to lower 400s, as I showed you guys before. If they can hold over, this is a very good sign. Buyers want to try and retake towards 412, and if we can break 412, then you can see 414, 415, 417.50, and 420. These are the 2 situations in front of us. But I hope you all enjoyed some of the updates, some of the information, and I really do hope some of you guys are taking some of my ideas and trade plan seriously when it comes to these levels, because I'm just focused on the levels all of us should be having right now. So please take time to review some of the content. If you don't know what content to reach out and look at, please reach out, talk to us, ask questions in chat. We're always here. But I'll see you guys later on. Thank you to Sherman and Devin for being in here, for being speakers today. Appreciate both those guys. And yeah, again, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Again, tune into the Discord for more updates, conversation, and engagement with the community. I'll see you guys later on.